Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, where the veil between this world and the next grows thin, and the things that whisper in the dark are given voice. From the cryptic candlelit studios, deep in the Indiana forests, your host, Matt Wilson, and his spectral producer, Juniper Ravenwood, unearth the forbidden, the forgotten, and the fearsome. So, still your heart, dim the light, and listen closely. For once you tune into the Shadow Frequency, you may never tune out.
All right, here we go again. You'd think after all this time this thing would be organized, but no, never is.
What do you think?
Okay, what are we at tonight? Nope, not touching that one. That's still warm. Oh, great. The cracked clay tablet again. Still whispering, still pretending it doesn't know my name.
Yeah, no.
Why is there a box labeled "Do Not Open After Midnight" in here? We've talked about this.
Hey, it's your cabinet.
And oh, fantastic, a feather that's somehow burning and freezing at the same time. That's unsettling. Back in you go. Jeez. Ah, there you are. This one's been waiting.
Right.
Tonight's file, episode 276, Lilith, the first exile of Eden. Before Eve, before the fall as we're taught to remember it, a woman created from the same earth as Adam who refused to kneel, refused to submit, and walked out of paradise on her own terms. They called her a demon, a corrupter, the mother of monsters. But what if that was never the truth? Matt, this story doesn't begin with temptation, it begins with rebellion.
Tonight, Lilith, the woman erased from Eden, and what her exile might really say about creation, power, and fear. Let's get into episode 276.
You are tuned to the Shadow Frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. Hosted by Matt Wilson. Produced by Juniper Ravenwood. With Chris Beach. The darkness continues.
Whispers from the ancient dust. A name erased from the sacred scrolls, yet it lingers in the shadows of creation itself. Tonight, on the Shadow Frequency, we delve into the forgotten tale of Lilith, the woman who walked Eden before Eve, banished not for sin, but for daring to stand as an equal. Her story echoes through the ages, a chilling reminder of what happens when defiance meets divine order. Matt, are you ready to uncover this primordial mystery?
Oh, Juniper, you got me hooked already. This one's got that eerie vibe of something hidden just beneath the surface of everything we think we know about beginnings.
Yeah.
We'll explore Lilith's exile, her transformation into the ultimate harbinger of chaos, and why her shadow still creeps into our world today. Back to you. Let's set the stage.
Perfect. Listeners, buckle up for a journey into the heart of forbidden lore. Over to you, Matt.
Thanks, Juniper, for digging into that dusty file cabinet and pulling this one out. It's like you've unearthed a relic from the dawn of time itself, something that's been buried deep, waiting to whisper its secrets. All right, folks, let's crack open this file on Lilith, the first exile of Eden. Imagine, if you will, a world untouched by the weight of history, the Garden of Eden in its primal glory. Lush foliage draping over crystal streams, air thick with the scent of untouched earth, and two figures standing as equals amid it all. This isn't the story of Adam and Eve we're talking about, not yet. This is before her, in that hazy epoch where creation was still raw and unformed. According to ancient Jewish folklore, rooted in the mists of Mesopotamian myths, Lilith was fashioned from the same sacred clay as Adam on the very same day. No rib pulled from his side, no secondary creation as a mere helper. She was his counterpart, his mirror, born of earth, imbued with the same divine spark. The book of Genesis hints at this duality in its own cryptic way. In the first chapter, humanity emerges simultaneously, male and female, created in God's image. No hierarchy, no dominance. It's a harmonious beginning, or so it seems. But then in the second chapter, the narrative shifts. Adam alone, molded from dust, and only later does Eve appear, drawn from his body. What happened to that first woman? Why the discrepancy? That's where Lilith slithers into the tale, filling the void with her defiant presence. Picture them in Eden, Adam and Lilith, wandering paradise hand in hand at first. But harmony fractures when expectations clash. Adam, perhaps emboldened by some innate sense of primacy, demands submission, especially in their most intimate moments. He insists on being above, in control. Lilith, fierce and unyielding, refuses. "Why should I lie beneath you?" she challenges. "We were made from the same earth, equals in every way." Her words hang in the air like a storm cloud over the garden's serenity. This isn't just a marital spat, it's a cosmic rebellion against the imposed order. Lilith won't bend, won't kneel. And in that moment of unbridled fury, she utters the ineffable, the secret name of God Himself, a word so powerful it rends the fabric of reality. With that forbidden invocation, wings sprout out from her back, or so the legends say. Or perhaps she simply ascends, propelled by her own indomitable will. She flees Eden, leaving Adam stunned and alone in the paradise that's suddenly too quiet, too empty. Beyond the garden's gates lies the wilderness, vast, untamed expanses near the Red Sea, realms teeming with chaos and unseen forces. Here, Lilith embraces her exile, transforming it into a throne of sorts. But freedom comes with a dark twist. In her solitude, she encounters Samael, the archangel of death and temptation, often intertwined with the figure of Satan in these shadowy narratives. They couple in the desolate wilds, and from their union springs a horde of demonic offspring, Lilith, succubi, night spirits that prowl the edges of human existence. Lilith becomes the mother of monsters, her womb a forge for creatures that embody rebellion and ruin. These aren't benevolent beings, they're harbingers of nightmare. Folklore paints her as a nocturnal predator, slipping into bedrooms under cover of darkness. She seduces men in their dreams, draining their vitality, leaving them weakened and haunted. Worse still, she's accused of preying on the innocent, stealing away newborns in the dead of night, snuffing out fragile lives before they can take root. Imagine the terror of ancient parents huddling in their homes, whispering protective incantations against the screech of an owl in the distance, for Lilith is often linked to that ominous bird, her cry a prelude to doom. As centuries unfold, her legend deepens in Jewish mystical texts like the Zohar and the alphabet of Ben Sira. She's no longer just an exiled wife, she's a full-fledged demon queen ruling over realms of shadow. Amulets inscribed with angelic names, Sinoi, Sansinoi, Samengaloth, are crafted to ward her off, placed around cribs and bedsides. Her presence lingers in erotic visions, in unexplained infant deaths, in the untamed wilderness that borders civilization. Lilith embodies the chaos that seeps in when order cracks, the wild feminine force that refuses to be tamed. And through it all, her story whispers of a deeper truth, that paradise was never as perfect as it seemed, riddled with secrets and suppressions from the start. Phew, that's the kind of tale that sends chills down your spine, doesn't it? The idea that our origins are haunted by this forgotten figure lurking just out of sight.
Matt, this got me glancing over my shoulder already, the way she just vanishes into the wild, birthing all that darkness. Creepy stuff.
Absolutely, Juniper, and there's more to unravel, her lasting shadow on the world. But first, let's take a breath. Over to you for the break.
Whoa, listeners, if that first half has you rethinking the Garden of Eden like I am, just wait. There's even more layers to peel back in the second half. I bet some of you are wondering if Lilith's still out there, whispering in the wind. What do you think? Drop us a line. Now handing it over to Chris for a quick word.
Cheers, Juniper. If the shadows have drawn you in, stay a while. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, or wherever you tune in to your favourite podcasts. Dive deeper at shadowfrequencypodcast.com. There, you can explore our complete episode archive, check out our Shadow blog for deeper dives into each case, snag some exclusive merch, or even help support the show by buying us a coffee. And here's something fun. Leave us a voicemail on the site and tell us where in the world you're listening from. You just might hear yourself on the next episode. Take it away, Juniper.
Thank you, Chris. Time to fire up the spectral cosmic message materializer, flipping the switches now. Let's see what ethereal whispers it conjures up. Oh, here's a ghostly missive floating in from the ether.
Message retrieved from the void.
Starting to crack it open and hear what our shadowy correspondent has to share. All right, this one's got a transatlantic chill to it. Listen up. It says, hi, Matt and Juniper. Just wanted to send a quick note from across the pond to let you know how much I love the show. My name's Molly H., and I'm listening from England, usually during my morning commute. There's something about sitting on a train with headphones on while the world rolls by that makes the creepy stories hit even harder. I listen on Spotify, and the Shadow Frequency has pretty much become my go-to for turning an ordinary commute into something a little unsettling in the best way. I'm especially hooked on the hauntings and UFO episodes, but honestly, I'll dive into anything you cover. Cryptids, conspiracies, strange cases, all of it. You've got a great way of telling these stories and feels eerie without feeling over the top. I really appreciate that. Just wanted to say thanks for keeping me company on the way to work and making those early mornings a lot more interesting. Keep doing what you're doing. That definitely reaches farther than you might think. Listening from the shadows, Molly, England. Molly, that warms our eerie hearts. Thanks for tuning in from the misty aisles. Nothing like a train ride to amp up the paranormal vibes. If you got your own shadowy tale or just want to say hi, shoot us an email at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, back to you for the deeper dive into Lilith's legacy.
You are tuned to the Shadow Frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. The darkness continues.
Thanks, Juniper, and a big shout out to Molly. Love hearing how the show creeps into your daily routines across the ocean. Makes me feel like we're all connected in this web of weirdness. Now, picking up where we left off, let's plunge deeper into Lilith's exile and the monstrous legacy she spawned. After fleeing Eden, Lilith didn't just fade into obscurity. She reinvented herself in the wilds, becoming a force of unbridled chaos. Teaming up with Samael, that enigmatic angel of venom and temptation, she birthed legions of demons. These Lilim, as they're called, are shadowy entities that blur the lines between dream and nightmare, spirit and flesh. Imagine them as whispers in the night, invisible hands that stir unrest in sleeping minds. In the Kabbalistic traditions, Lilith takes an even more cosmic role. She's seen as part of the Kalipith, the shells or husks of creation, the dark underside of the divine tree of life. Here, she's not just a scorned wife. She's a queen of the inverted realms, ruling over seduction, strife, and the untamed aspects of femininity. Ancient texts describe her as a succubus, visiting men in their sleep, siphoning life force to fuel her endless progeny. And those children? Monstrous hybrids, part human, part demon, spreading discord wherever they roam. Folklore from the Middle Ages warns of her wrath against the vulnerable. Strangling infants in their cradles, a vengeful echo of her own lost paradise, parents would hang amulets with the names of protective angels hoping to bar her entry. Even the Bible nods to her in Isaiah, where Lilith is translated as Screech Owl or Night Monster, haunting the ruins of Edom in eternal desolation. But Lilith's influence doesn't stop at antiquity. Her myth seeps into cultural corners worldwide, morphing with each retelling. In some Persian and Babylonian echoes, she's akin to storm demons or wind spirits, carrying disease and despair on invisible wings. As the mother of monsters, she embodies humanity's deepest fears. The uncontrolled woman, the bearer of forbidden knowledge, the one who chooses exile over subjugation. Think about it. Her story predates the structured patriarchy of later scriptures, hinting at older, wilder beliefs where goddesses and demons walked hand in hand. And in the shadows of history, she becomes a scapegoat for societal ills, unexplained deaths, erotic temptations, even the empowerment of women who defy norms. Now, to throw a bit of rational light on this, because we can't ignore the scholarly side entirely. Some experts point out that the full Lilith narrative, especially the alphabet of Ben Sira version, might be a satirical invention from the 8th to 10th century, a story crafted to explain Genesis inconsistencies rather than preserve ancient truth. It's a compelling thought, suggesting her demonization was a tool to reinforce social order, but even that adds to the eerie layers, a myth so potent it shapes reality regardless of its origins. Diving further, modern mystics and occultists see Lilith as a gateway to hidden powers. In rituals, her name is invoked for liberation, for embracing the shadow self. But beware. Calling on her invites the unknown, the chaotic forces that lurk beyond control. Her untold story as the neoteric woman. That's where she resonates today. A symbol for the modern female archetype, fierce and autonomous, refusing to be defined by others. Yet, in the paranormal realm, her presence feels all too real. Reports of succubus encounters, sleep paralysis visions of a dark-haired woman, infant crib disturbances that defy explanation. Is she still out there, birthing chaos in our world? The shadows suggest yes, and that's the chill that keeps us up at night. There you have it, the enduring enigma of Lilith, a tale that refuses to stay buried.
Matt, that skepticism sneak in makes it even more intriguing. Like, is she myth or something more? It's got me pondering.
Exactly, Juniper, leaves you with that lingering unease. Thanks for joining us in this dive into the depths. Until next time, keep watching the shadows. Over to you for the sign-off.
What a haunting episode, folks. Lilith's story reminds us that some shadows never fully fade. Thanks for tuning into the Shadow Frequency. We love exploring these eerie edges with you. If something resonated or you've got your own tale, hit us up at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. And don't forget about our website, shadowfrequencypodcast.com. And wherever you listen, it doesn't matter, but please hit it like, subscribe, follow, whatever they've got, because that helps us more than you can imagine. Join us next time for another plunge into the unknown. Matt, you want to say goodnight?
Good night, everyone. Sleep tight, but maybe leave a light on.
Sweet dreams, or not. See you in the shadows.
This episode was conjured with a solemn vow to explore the unexplained while remaining bound to the truths that have been unearthed. All interpretations are speculative and offered only for your enlightenment and your entertainment.